second with a ring now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8 coming up. This time Wilson will throw. Rolling to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable here from the 38. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
On third down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
To David Njoku.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards. And a Washington 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Check 52, middle. Hey, middle.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go, baby.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jackson going to take off with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Check 53. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
He's coming. 36 power.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. I got it. Check.
And they'll begin by running the option. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Washington.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Washington.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
He's brought down.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Jackson will look to throw it. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Jackson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
You got nothing. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Back up.
Here's Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
1st down, Washington.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check it out, Reed. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Under 10, under 10, 10. And Ozzy, shut up.
They'll try the left side. Gibson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Bridgewater to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
To today's finals, Washington.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Washington, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.